Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rag Company podcast, where nothing of note happened recently whatsoever.
This is it's a good day. It's
yeah.
a typical Monday.
Just
getting
a
that
very
party started.
Honestly,
average
it's just,
Monday.
Mondays suck
Got
here at the Rag
sodas.
Company. It's always just, we come here into
Yeah.
work, we're like, dang it, man. It's just, everything feels like work.
Fun
You just
fact,
go up to the door and you're like, this?
Usually we have a pile of stuff waiting for us to
Yeah.
clean up.
Yeah.
You know, but it was nice because Gabe wasn't here this morning.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a pile of stuff to worry
We cleaned
about.
up on Friday. Well,
did.
specifically, you did a lot of the cleaning.
Well, we
I got to
cleaned
give
up.
credit where it's
we did.
due.
We did clean up though.
credit Levi to
you
most
guys
of
did
that.
help out. We had some music playing.
Yep.
It's always more fun.
I put
You
a
got
load of laundry in the washer,
And
but I
remembered
didn't
that
put it in the dryer.
But it sat all weekend,
man.
so it's fine.
good. It's
all
good.
right. It's okay.
Honestly, nothing like the smell of a mildew washer on a
start
on a Monday
start
morning.
your Monday off right.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
what
I
I'm
almost
talking
called
about.
in sick today just
Really?
because
Wow.
working
Oh.
here is just so hard.
What's
We're
that
kidding,
in?
guys. We love it here.
Yeah.
And
So,
we hope everybody had a great weekend. I need to cover some housekeeping
Yes,
first.
please.
Yeah, so I was just going to ask
Housekeeping.
you if you could.
Before you do
Sweep
that, by
up.
the way,
Hold
I'm
on.
Dane Hennon. That's Levi Gates.
Oh,
Hello.
And that's Anthony Fisher, who's going to tell you some news now.
Also,
Go
I
ahead,
just need to
Anthony.
say that Luke Berge is in the chat.
Right, I saw
The
that.
great Luke Berge.
Welcome back,
Applause,
Luke.
ladies
I'm
and
very
gentlemen.
happy to see you.
Luke, welcome back,
Yes.
brother. I know you've been
Dude.
working hard.
We're
it's
glad
nice to take a break, hang out with
see
your
you.
bros.
it's just
And,
great to see him back. I'm
it's
glad
great.
he's alive. I know he's
Yeah.
working hard, right?
Yep.
Racking up those stacks of cash because
Yep.
he's trying to get
Busy
in all
dude.
the work he can. And Luke, we respect that.
Yep.
So housekeeping, right?
Yes.
A couple
Yeah.
things they need to cover. At this point in time, most of everybody should have had their 4th of July sale products.
Correct.
Right? And
Yeah,
so we were
should have
shipping
it
them all out all last week. It was crazy busy, guys. As of right now, just to kind of give you an update as a company on a whole note, is that between Amazon, between the Rag Company fulfillment, between everything we're doing, it is full-fledged detailing season. People are out there detailing more than ever, and it's pretty crazy to see. And it also kind of speaks volumes to what everybody and all of our customers have been able to do on the ground floor by being able to spread the word of the Rag Company and premium
Right, yeah.
microfiber, right? And everybody buying gallons of bead maker, awesome. Love that. I mean, that's amazing. Everybody buying towels, everybody buying, Kosh Chemi, everybody buying G-Technic, coatings, everything like that. We're getting tons and tons of customer service related questions, which means people are getting out there and working and having fun. And so I just want to say thank you to everybody who's spread the word of the company and has continued to help us grow and stay busy.
Yeah.
We all want to
been
keep our
nice.
jobs.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
great.
absolutely.
So want to say thank you for that. Everybody's getting all their stuff out. In terms of what's to come, there is probably a couple of new sales in the works here that we're trying to kind of get started, but we want to start focusing on maybe being able to offer some smaller short-term sales in the upcoming future, right? Seeing
Right.
if there's ways
Like
to kind
more
of
targeted
kind
kind
of
of
like
stuff.
more
Yeah.
targeted things, right? So if there's people that want a particular product and that product goes on sale, maybe it's what they've been looking for. So we're kind of in the works on that. We're gonna have a meeting here pretty soon to kind of go over some strategies and whatnot. But besides that, though, right? I want to give a shout out, and hopefully Nick is ready to plug this in,
Oh, okay.
right? Which is the Dabbler Details giveaway,
yes.
right?
That time again.
So I mentioned this last week on the Q&A, and I'm going to mention this again. I'm going to keep mentioning this
Yeah,
every
yeah.
single week because I
Yes.
want to get people
Get
in
on
on
it.
this. But Dabbler has been literally killing it, man. He's one of our Q1 Grand Ambassadors. He hosted a first giveaway back in the first quarter, which was fantastic and raised a ton of money for the Barstool Foundation and to help businesses affected by COVID, small
Yeah,
businesses
Barstool
specifically.
Sports.
So
There
this is
it
the
is.
full gloss giveaway, and you can go to dabblerdetails.com/giveaway. And how this works is you buy a ticket, right? Tickets are, I want to say, $6.95 around there. Buy a ticket, right? The ticket gets you entered into this giveaway, but your money is not going to waste. All of your money is going to help. What's it going to help?
Home for our soldiers, veterans.
That's
Home for our
pretty-
soldiers?
pretty- you know what?
Home for our troops. That's
Home
what
for
it
our
is.
troops. You
In
got it
support
pretty
of wounded
close.
troops.
Make sure you get the name
It's
right.
close.
Yep.
It was there and then it disappeared.
It is going to Homes for Our Troops, and so all of the money made from this is all going to that. And so fortunately, we've had a lot of awesome sponsors for this giveaway that have been able to donate product, and Dabbler has also bought product to be able to offer for this giveaway as well. So what we have here, we have a Viper chair. The winner is going to be winning a Viper chair.
totally crazy.
Insane, right? Which is, I mean,
I've been seeing more and
huge.
more comments from people like, what's that stool you're on? Like,
Yeah,
not
it's-
even mentioning it. It's just there. And they're like, that
Dude.
looks different.
Yeah. They're
Can't wait till I can get mine
They
for the
are
MOSHQ.
different.
and you will, Levi.
I'm waiting
I
on
promise.
it. I checked the mail. It wasn't there yet.
Not yet.
So-
But
I don't
anyways,
think it
going
fits
down
in
the
your
prize
mailbox.
list here, we literally have almost the entire G-Technic line. I
It's
think
crazy,
that quite
yeah.
literally might
Wow.
be the entire
It's awesome.
G-Technic line. We have the Viper chair, a robust steel Max, which is, I think, one of their new chairs,
Yeah.
which is, I mean, insane. I'll talk about that here in just a little bit.
Why are you going to talk about it?
Because I have to. The Rag Company, we've sponsored a ton of towels, right? So they're going to get roughly, something 90 towels.
90 towels.
Nice.
It's amazing.
And so they're going to be getting that with the Ultra Wash Mitts. And then we have the beads racks, so they'll be able to store some products on there. And then one of my favorite things, right, which I'll talk about here in just a little bit as well, is a spotless water system by Sierra Spotless. The I think it's the DW20. It's the high output wall mounted solution package.
Kind of like what we got here.
Spotless water,
Yeah, very
amazing,
nice.
man.
Spot-free water.
A complete spotless water system, as well as Oberk donated the 32-ounce Ultimate Kit, and then there's actually
second prize even.
So correct. There's even a second prize on this, but I will say one quick thing. There is a prize associated with the grand prize that we cannot talk about right now.
Another
but let's
prize.
just
So
say
you're going to talk about how you can't talk about it?
yes. It's
Okay.
I'll
They get
just-
to
I'm just
spend
gonna
the
hint.
weekend with you.
No, it's
Oof.
freaking good,
Working
man.
out
Take
your
it back.
house.
If I
Refund,
won
please.
this
Cleaning your
particular
garage.
item,
Oh,
I would be thrilled.
Okay.
I would be just, ecstatic. So
nice. Well, that'll be fun to find
amazing
out.
giveaway. You can buy as many tickets as you want to. So, but know that it's going to a good cause. So
Yeah.
please go out, buy 5, 6 tickets. Right, you're spending $7. You'll spend $35, $40. Right, it goes to a good giveaway. It actually goes to a charity, more something
Yeah, it
for
goes
our
to a good
troops.
cause.
It goes to a good cause, and you have the potential to win some awesome products. Right?
I love it.
So, Demo there, in response to you, no, I would hope I didn't win either. And if I ever did, because I want to support stuff like that, even if I did, I would say, no, thank you, please send it on
Well,
to
one
the next
thing we have to
person.
remember, right?
We're not allowed to because
Well,
we've
yeah,
donated.
we're not allowed to,
And
'cause
I
we
know
sponsored
Nick is
some of the
going to
stuff
hate
in
me
it,
for
so.
saying this. Nick actually won
He
the
did.
first giveaway.
Yeah, Nick did win the first giveaway.
Technically he won.
Yep.
But
And then
we
we said,
saw it
"Sorry,
and we
nope."
said, Nick,
Can't win it.
we love you to death, man, but you can't win this. And he's like, I know I can't win
But
this.
Yeah.
to be
So-
true to his heart, he did it because he wanted to support the cause.
Absolutely.
He wasn't doing it
Absolutely.
because he expected to win or even
Absolutely.
wanted to win. He just wanted to support.
And that's where it's like, get
So
get
it
in
is
there,
possible, guys. You can do
donate,
that, too.
Donate to the cause. And so I know that, probably some of us around here on the office are going to donate too. We don't want to win. We just want to be able to donate.
Luca has a good question here.
Luca, that's actually a great question.
Is it for American residents only?
It was designed probably for American residents because I don't know in terms of shipping on the giveaway. I'm not sure. You might want to reach out to Dabbler. You can reach out to him on Instagram. You can also reach out to him via Facebook. You could also reach out through his email. I think he has a contact sheet there on his page. And so get more information. But go buy some tickets, guys. We want to
Super
raise
rad.
some money.
Yeah.
We want to
those guys.
support this,
So-
and I want to be able to help Dabbler continue to do more.
I think these are
giveaways
great. I
because-
think it's awesome.
because there's not many people
Yeah,
doing this in the
exactly.
industry.
I think
And
it'd
this
be
is
cool.
it's just a great thing. So other than that, though, I think that's going to wrap it up for the housekeeping
Like
right
it.
now.
Okay.
I
So,
think we
fun
can jump
fact,
to our
I
weekends.
too entered a giveaway
Ooh,
What?
this weekend.
Did you?
Yeah.
How'd it go for
Bought
you?
a raffle ticket.
Ooh,
Very
Bought
nice.
5 of them
5 raffle tickets.
Lex
for
clarified
a
there.
for a sup board, stand-up paddle board.
Oh, why would you want that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, it was a raffle. I just thought perhaps there'd be a potential for me to win something.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, because I can't enter this super sweet giveaway
Right.
Yeah.
that's going on. So I thought, why not? Let's see. Haven't heard back yet. Don't know. I've checked their page. I don't know. It might just have been fake.
Honestly,
I don't
I'm
know.
ready to start raffling some of my own things.
Really?
I
And
think
doing-
it could
and
do
doing
really well.
giveaways, right? You guys remember that? Maybe longtime listeners remember. I have a signed Post Malone guitar.
I think we should.
Right.
I think we should do a raffle.
Oh
with
my
that.
God.
I do a giveaway on that.
do
Support
$1 raffle tickets.
Support to a good cause. I also have.
it out of
I
Anthony's
literally
house.
have a signed poster, a signed blown up
That's
picture
so crazy.
of Lil Wayne and Drake. Right? Why do I have these things? Longtime listeners will know, but I still have them.
You still have them.
They're-
I'm just saying, they're probably worth more now than they will be in like 10 or 15 years. But then in 30 years, they'll be
Dang.
worth a lot again.
Once they're dead. Oh, well, I
Jeez.
can't say that, right? But I mean, hey, I got 3 rappers there, man. So
We
my
could
I'm just
do
chances
saying,
are
once
pretty
it's
good.
We
like
could do-
out of vogue
we could
and
try
people
it.
aren't as interested
Yeah.
anymore.
Run it
and
for
starts to
3 weeks.
Peter off.
$1 coupon or ticket.
People are like, who'd you win this from? I won this from the rag company, detailing company.
$10.
Why did you
That
win
makes
this?
no
This
sense.
We got
makes no sense.
$10. It cost us $100 to ship. We had 10 people enter the raffle.
Oh, boy.
Most likely. Anyway, so all right, let's jump to our
Good
weekend.
stuff.
Levi,
Yeah,
Oh,
what did
you
you do
guys
this
want me to
weekend, Levi?
shake it off here? All right,
Yeah,
here we go.
yeah.
So this weekend, kind of the culmination of a couple different events in my life. Had my 16th wedding anniversary, as well as my wife's
Congratulations.
birthday.
Wow.
Now-
Happy birthday, Carly.
Yeah. So big weekend usually. We got a lot of stuff going on, you know. So for our anniversary, for those wondering what we did, didn't really do a whole lot. I went to Yokozuna Teriyaki, got us a couple chicken steak combo
Nice.
teriyaki bowls.
Delicious.
Good.
Amazing. Forgot
Yeah.
how good Yokozuna Teriyaki is.
So good.
Got that, brought that home. Carly and I sat at the counter, ate that together. Pretty much just, I watched the Suburban.
Yeah.
Carly hung out, watched TikTok, put the kids to bed,
Yeah.
watched some TV, and went to bed. Pretty standard evening.
Yeah.
So then, Friday, her sister came into town, and her other sister took her. So the two sisters took Carly up to McCall. They rented a cabin from a friend of
nice.
ours, big cabin,
Love it up there.
up on the lake. And so they went up there and stayed there for the night, went and got dinner, went on a hike, did some stuff. So Friday night, Carly was up in the mountains. So I had the kids. Large brush fire happened as me and the children were gathering all the birthday supplies. So we got birthday decorations, we got a cake, we got a bunch of stuff, wrapped all our presents, all that kind of stuff. But what we noticed was as I was getting gas for the Suburban, I saw a giant plume of smoke rising on the horizon to the east. So I grabbed my children and we proceeded to head towards the fire.
That looks dangerous. Let's go towards it.
Maybe
what a good dad
that
does.
meteor had something to do with it.
I hope so. I thought,
That would be a pretty
something I
delayed
probably
reaction.
lost. I thought better get out there. So headed out there, made it all the way, and on the way, actual BLM fire trucks were behind me, trying to pass, or at least incident response trucks. Then,
And these BLMs are what, like F-350s?
they're Dodge Ram
Big trucks.
big trucks.
one
just, I mean,
tons,
big
half
trucks,
tons, yeah.
big capable
made
trucks.
from our
beefy
friends at Boise Mobile Equipment.
And these,
outfitted.
these trucks. I mean, honestly, they probably have Power Strokes in them. They probably
Cummins.
have something just insane. Cummins, all
Yeah.
sorts of crazy stuff.
3/4
Wow.
tons, 1 tons.
Jeez, man, must
White
be.
with
crazy.
with red stripes or yellow stripes on them.
So that
It'd
you
be,
know
it'd be
they're
crazy to have a
emergency.
truck
Headache
that
racks.
capable, right?
Oh, I would kill to have a 1-ton pickup.
Yeah.
Especially something with a diesel. I think
Yeah.
it'd just be amazing.
Anyways,
I'm
I'm
almost
sure.
there. 3/4 ton, 8.1, it gets her done.
I'm almost there as well, Levi.
You're a half ton.
half ton, so I'm half
Yeah.
the way
You
there.
still got
I
to
mean,
be
you're a
eight.
Ram man. That gives you like an extra half point right there.
That is
It
true.
does, yeah.
Ram does add a little more extra oomph.
more
But
aggressive.
anyway, head out there. Officer stops us on the way. I mean, we're pretty far out. We're out past Micron. And officer stops us and says, "Hey, do you live in the neighborhood?" I said, "No, we're just looking at the fire." And he goes, "Yeah, I'm happy to see you. Turn around, sir." I said, "All right." So we drive back. As we're driving, more fire trucks coming. I thought, oh, good. They're going to get this taken care of.
Yeah.
Woke up Saturday morning, smoke everywhere. Fire's still raging, brush
boy.
fire.
Jeez.
It was kind of windy.
1,500
this
acres going up in there. And so close to town, pretty crazy that it's still going. But today it's still smoky, it's still going on. Point is, got back home, hung out with the children, just tried to explain to them, like, we go on adventures. We're going to try and find stuff fun.
Yeah.
Hadley didn't care for it, but Augie was excited. Saturday morning, got up, took the kids. Delicious breakfast at McDonald's.
Oh, good.
wonderful.
You get the big breakfast? or
I
what
got
was
I
it?
got them just the hot cakes with sausage. So they don't eat the sausage, but they get the hot cakes. 'cause
What
you
about the
can't-
eggs? There's no eggs?
No,
Don't
you
eat the
can't
eggs.
order the hot cakes with just the pancakes. They don't sell that anymore. They add on.
Yeah.
So ordered that, got them fed. We head over to my sister's in Eagle and head over. My brother-in-law had set up a spot for Eagle Fun Days. They were having their parade. Now, for those wondering, the parade is actually a giant water fight.
Oh, wow.
That's the
Bouncy
funnest
ball.
part.
The parade is candy being thrown, bouncy balls being thrown, and then it breaks down into a massive water fight with the local municipalities.
Levi, this sounds like just a kid's paradise.
Sounds like a kid's
would
paradise,
love
right?
that.
Sounds like these kids are
Amazing.
probably
Like,
eating these
what's
bouncy
their-
balls, thinking
think?
they're
You're talking-
candy.
So here's the deal.
Candy and
a lot
water
of
fights.
stomachs
What's there
brother-in-law-
not to like?
being passed out there. At
My
this
dad
event.
and my brother-in-law
yeah.
Okay.
put together over 400 water balloons for this
Holy
event.
cow.
Pretty good.
Brought
Not bad.
about
That sounds like a lot, and then you use them, and they're
brought
like, they're all
about
gone.
20 gallons of water
Oh.
with them in the back of their truck and dropped it off. So we had buckets of water to fill up the squirt guns, all that stuff. We had a big, huge thing full of water balloons ready to rock and roll. My brother-in-law had set up a nice little spot in the shade right there on Eagle Road. Very nice little spot right on next to the bank. And we proceeded to head over there, get set up. It was everybody. It was my parents, including my mom, my sister and her kids, and my brother-in-law and his mom, and then myself and my kids. While Carly was still coming down from the mountain. Had a absolutely great time hanging out. Parade got nuts. My kids would not put their swimsuits on when we were at the house, right?
Oh.
They basically said, we don't want to be in the water fight. I said, okay, fine.
Okay.
So they purposely didn't put their swimsuits on. 5 minutes into the parade, both my children are completely soaked, head to toe. Complete, like they've been dunked in water.
Yeah.
Like fell in the river kind of stuff.
That's gonna happen
So
when you go to
Nick's
Eagle
got a
Fun Days.
video, or should have a video, I hope, of the actual. It hasn't come through. It's so big. Hopefully it'll arrive. But it's just nuts. So pretty cool little event. Kids had a blast. I asked Augie later on, "What'd you think?" And he goes, "I go, did you have so much fun? That was crazy." Because
Right,
in this
yeah.
video, he's screaming and like, just soaking this
Kids
fire
Paradise
truck
sounds
and like
awesome.
stopping and throwing water. Like,
That's just all I'm envisioning.
Looks
is
like
just
he's having
a lot
fun.
of hard water
Yeah.
spots.
oh, that's
yeah,
what I was
water
looking at
spots and
too.
everything.
There's
To
just a
myself, I
lot
was
of
like,
hard
man,
water,
as a
hopefully.
company, we should do that. But what we should do is cruise in ahead, handing out towels.
Oh, see, I would go around
Wrapping
spiking
up
all the
towels
water supplies with O&R.
Throwing towels, right? We're throwing towels there, and they're like, "What's the rag company doing in the parade
They just
before?"
soften
But we
that
do
water
it
up for you.
beforehand, before we get into the water fights,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so we don't have to worry. And another good plug for FSC. We're out there, wiping cars down, right?
It's a
So-
perfect time to use it.
So so anyway, I got
Go
the
through a lot of it.
application for next year if we'd like to do it.
Yeah.
We go, maybe we take a couple vehicles, towel up to wrap up some towels, huck some towels at everybody.
Oh yeah.
So they
I
all
like
have
that.
some fresh, fine microfibers to dry off with.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, leaving the place with the kids, I asked Augie, I was like, "What'd you think?" Augie goes, "It was amazing. It was so much fun." I said, "Oh yeah?" He goes, "The only thing," and this is what he does, he's kind of a negative Nancy this way.
Oh.
He goes, "I thought, I didn't know I was only allowed to spray the people on the road. I thought I could spray anybody I wanted to." And I said, "You could. It's a water. There are no rules. It's a water fight."
It's as simple as whoops.
And he goes, "Well, nobody told me that." And I was like, "Really?" So like, your whole takeaway from this is that you couldn't spray your sister with the squirt gun.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Like, you could have. She was standing right next to you. You could have easily just sprayed her. But anyway, it's funny to see the two. So then Saturday we got home. Carly had made it home. We had a little birthday celebration for her. Had the cake, had all that stuff. My kids were going to go to my mom's
Yeah.
tonight, or Saturday night to go. So Carly and I could take her out.
Yeah.
Right? Carly was like, I'm kind of tired. Don't really want to send them out. Kids are tired. Just hang out home. So we ended up just sitting on the couch watching TV, hanging out. Then Sunday, nice little Sunday, literally did nothing.
That's
Went
nice.
did some grocery
Those are
shopping,
nice days right there.
cleaned up, did the yard work, but tried my best to just chill out. My mom stopped by, brought a bunch of stuff that she'd gotten from Texas for us. So good little chill little day. You know, not too rough, not too crazy.
Sounds pretty nice.
Just hanging out. Went to Home Depot, picked up some more shelving units,
Ooh, nice.
some metal ones to match the ones in my garage, so I could try and start. That's my next goal. I got to get that
shelving
ordered.
did you go with?
Just the metal, like baker's rack style.
Okay, yeah.
So I already have a big one that I've got 16 years ago as a wedding gift.
Oh,
So
good,
I
yeah.
bought a smaller one to match that, just to sit a little lower under that side. But so that's my next goal, is try and get going on organization for. I got the spare room done, or the office, the new MOSHQ podcast studio. Got that done, but I really need to get the MOSHQ looking tip top in key to its organizational capabilities.
Okay.
So, but that was it. Pretty simple, quiet, easy, nothing fancy.
Relaxing
Just big water fight. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Not bad.
very nice. Well, I mean, I guess I'll just jump in.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Anthony.
yeah, go right ahead, Anthony.
I'm gonna see if I can
don't
get that
have a lot to
video to
share,
Nick.
so
Yeah,
just
no, I mean,
take it
Dane,
away.
you don't.
Yeah.
Dane, your weekends, honestly, I love you to death, but you typically have
Not
some
a lot
pretty
to say.
boring
My
weekends.
weekends
Never
are
has
pretty
a lot
dull.
to say.
Yeah, pretty dull. Not a lot that goes on.
I don't
so-
pretend otherwise. Like,
So I mean,
keep
don't
things
mind.
low-key.
I'm just gonna kind of steamroll over your weekend if that's
Feel free.
okay.
Yeah, no, have at it.
Nick, it should have come through, just so you know,
Well,
saying it did.
Don't know if it did, Levi. We can't wait around forever. Can we?
We could keep going. Just keep.
Okay. Anyways,
have it, he'll pop in and let us know.
Has it at
That's
some
all
point,
right.
I'll
It'll be
pause.
fun
Wanted
to
to
watch
share it with our
whenever it shows
listeners.
Anyway.
So,
So my Friday night
Yeah.
started with me getting home, right?
Right.
And this is where, guys, I'm distraught, right? My grass.
he's got it.
no.
Here we
Oh,
go.
he's got it. Okay, let's go ahead and play it.
Pull it up. You can see the insanity.
Oh,
But
yeah,
Oh my
there
God!
we go.
Hard water
Chaos.
everywhere.
Look at those
Oh,
water balloons
no.
go.
So there's Augie in the Dennis the Menace striped shirt right in the middle there.
So Levi, nobody is wearing masks.
No.
Eagle Fun Days.
Yeah.
Up, and away.
Oh.
But look at this. So then this truck's coming
Got
through,
that tanker
spraying
truck and
everybody.
everything.
Tanker truck. But yeah, needless to say,
Oh my God! So much hard water.
Whoa, there it goes.
Yeah.
So much hard water.
there's Hog. That's Hadley screaming. There's my daughter.
Okay. Wow. I'm anticipating some like shattered lungs here from all that
Oh
screaming.
yeah. No, there's my
The
children
vocal
front
cords are
center.
fried.
Where are they
My mom.
pulling this water from? Are
That
those
that
buckets?
cooler full of water. Augie's getting. Oh, here it
there it
comes.
is.
I had to run out of the way because I had my phone out.
Oh, that's good.
There goes my mom throwing water balloons. Look at her. Just hucking them at that. It didn't pop.
I mean, hey, as like a truck driver, you can
so
look
you guys
want to
do this
day.
next year, Anthony?
Finally,
I
can
think
use
we
that
take
on
all
some
three of
people.
our rigs
Yeah.
up there.
Yeah, it would suck to drive a black car through there.
I know,
right?
right?
Yeah,
Jeez.
no question.
Nightmare.
That would not be a
No,
good time.
someone actually grabbed a bucket of water. I watched. Someone like rolled their window down to like, because someone was handing them something like, oh, take my phone. And a person ran up with a whole bucket of water.
No.
And douched that window when it opened up.
Oh,
Okay,
man.
that's
Yeah.
uncalled for.
So if we do it, like, windows sealed, bed is available. And yeah, we're
Jeez.
put kids on the roof.
That's out of
Anyway,
pocket.
okay, so like I was saying, I get home on Friday. I'm distraught, guys. My grass it's a wreck. It's not coming back.
It's not great.
Like my front yard, it's like, dude, it's so bad. It's embarrassing, man.
Yeah.
And like
Your backyard,
you guys know,
yeah.
I was getting to be so proud of this
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And when it died off without that water for,
Yeah. It's
5
hard to get it
days,
back.
4 days in 106 degree weather,
Yeah.
105 degree weather.
Scorched.
It just wrecked it, man.
Yeah.
And so my backyard is just, so I'm just getting home every day and just
watering.
looking at it and just sad. I have
Yeah.
like a single tear that runs down my face because I
Oh.
worked so hard in the first few months, but now it just sucks. So anyway, so while that's kind of still settling in and me being upset about that damn lawn, I realized it was still pretty hot out, so I want to kind of kick back. So I ended up playing some video games, right? End up just kind of chilling.
Mm-hmm.
What was fun is that Dane, me, and Jimmy, right?
Yeah.
Jumped on Forza Horizon,
Nice.
right?
Did you send out an invite to John Hole?
So
We should do
we
that.
had not, but we've been playing, right? But
Yeah.
what's fun is we get on, right? We have a little convoy and we drive around in the game, and we've been playing a game of tag, and it is.
Yeah.
I know it sounds pretty dumb, guys, but it is the most fun.
It's fun.
It is the funnest thing. So we're all in this group chat talking and driving around playing tag on this game. It's like a set game session.
Yeah.
It's called. It's called King is what it's called. You gotta steal the crown. And what I love is that you get to see what kind of driver everybody is,
Oh, yeah.
right?
You get a
Jimmy-
real read on
Jimmy is the guy. He's
personalities.
very accurate, right? He likes to thread the needle, right? When he's got this crown, he's driving underground. He's
He's
doing
a
all these crazy
precision
things,
driver.
hitting all the jumps, very precise, right?
Yeah.
Myself, I'm more of the guy. It's like get me into an open area and let me just,
Mess
let me
around,
just drive.
yeah.
Let me just rip around, right? And then Dane takes the Hail Mary approach, right? Where he will literally drive as fast as he can. So basically what's happening is me and Jimmy, side by side, I'm chasing after Jimmy, trying to get this.
You got a
You'll be
little more
chasing directly.
flair.
I'm like
And
going
then-
the other way.
Jimmy's
then
Jimmy's
Dane-
precise, but you got a little flair. You let that tail kick
yeah.
out a little bit, but you're
He's
staying up
kicking
with
out,
them.
Anthony's-
stand up
yeah.
with him. And then there's Dane flying across the map 100 feet in the air. And we're
He
like,
found the trick.
Dane, where the hell are you going, right?
Well, I'm hoping I land on
And
somebody.
he just lands on people, right? He times these jumps precisely to where sometimes
Aerial
he
attack.
actually works in his favor. It's hilarious. So we played for a couple hours. It was honestly, it's a good time. But Saturday, woke up because I wanted to get a bunch of stuff done in the morning. So I wanted to continue with my garage organization, right?
Yeah.
But I also wanted to set up my Sear Spotless system,
Ooh,
right?
that's right.
So I got my Sear Spotless, started kind of putting all of my fittings together and everything like that. You know, I got the cart version, so it's on the cart. I can roll it around where I need to. I didn't want to go with the wall-mounted solution because I just don't think that's where it might not stay there forever, and I don't know where I'm going to move it after that.
So you got the cart.
I got the cart. Makes more sense for me personally. It's very sturdy, very nice. I will say I actually had to hit up Lex because I was piecing everything together, and they give you some plastic couplers that go into the system, right?
Yeah.
Little I think they're 3/4 couplers, whatever they are, right? When you start spinning them in, they literally start diving into the plastic of the Spotless system, right?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this like, how deep do these go? Because I am literally wedging these into this plastic, right? Mm-hmm. Stress myself out a little bit. I thought I went too far, but apparently that's pretty normal with these, and apparently you're supposed to dive those threads in. But I set that up, continued kind of moving things around the garage. I've cleared up a ton of space, and I took tires and those Husky racks, those Costco racks that I got, those big garage rackings.
Yeah.
Able to remove one of the racking portions and put my tires in there.
Oh, nice.
And the tires fit
Perfect.
and slide right in.
Oh.
Don't move.
Feels good, huh? Be able to clean all that space, put it up high.
It's amazing.
And then be able to utilize
actually
the other
put
space.
them low, but I could also put them
No, I'm
high.
saying all the Christmas stuff you're able to get off those shelves, put it up in the attic so that you could utilize it for the real stuff.
Absolutely.
The tires and the equipment.
So my garage is coming together. So honestly, it's starting to like clear up a lot of space. The only thing I need to figure out what to do with now is the damn lawnmower. Mm-hmm. Where do you put a lawnmower?
So here's
especially a beautiful Honda mower like I have.
The problem is
that has CSU
here's the deal.
on it.
Here's the deal. My Honda 160.
Whoa, 160. Yeah, I'm a little bit higher than that.
My 160.
Okay, yeah.
It's about 10 years old. It's black. Black with a black top. So it's a murdered out.
Stealth,
Yeah. Gray wheels. Looks real nice. Mm-hmm. That one, it lives outside.
Okay.
Fired it up yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Shot some water out of the exhaust.
Oh.
So I'm not the person to tell you how to care for your Honda lawnmower.
Okay.
But because yours is so nice, you've got it coated in CSU.
Yeah.
You take beauty shots of it. You clean it off when you're done with it. Mm-hmm. It probably needs to live in the garage. Otherwise, you're going to need to build yourself some sort of outdoor parking space that is covered and enclosed and protected from the sprinklers. Gotcha. Mine's not. Mine just lives outside.
Oh, man.
So it's out in the elements. It's starting to tarnish a little bit. It could probably use a good detailing, but I'm looking in the market to probably buy another one next year. So I'm not so worried about my lawnmower.
Yeah. I just need somewhere to store it, honestly, because it's nice storing in the garage. I want it to be pretty inside there, right?
Yeah.
And that's where I wonder, most of these people that have these beautiful garage setups and all that, where are they storing their mower?
Right.
Do they have an outdoor shed? Do they hire a lawn guy like Dane? I don't know what the answer is.
So
everything goes in the crawl space.
So I would look at seeing how you could probably build a little side lean-to shed, just to push your lawnmower into.
It could be like chest height.
It closes it up, but
height.
it keeps it enclosed, protected from the sprinklers, protected from the elements.
It's just a lot of
And then you just pull it back. You just open it
Honestly,
up,
just a
open the
ton of
door,
work.
pull
Gabe
it out.
knows a guy who builds those things.
You know, I just don't. I don't know.
I'd keep it in the
Seems
garage.
relatively affordable
Honestly, if it
for
was me
such
and
a
it
good
was as
pack.
nice as yours, I'd keep it in the
So
garage.
unsightly, though.
I know.
I don't know. Anyway,
There's ways.
So I continued organizing some things, but after I set up my CR Spotless, I happened to get another package, right? So I myself am now the owner of a Viper chair.
Oh, very nice.
Right?
How'd they get your address?
Honestly, I think it was a luck thing.
Wow.
I
It's
actually
like you
would,
won
and
it.
I honestly think what it really was, I think they got the wrong guy.
Okay. It was
right.
probably mine.
Well, I think so.
Because I never
Well,
got mine. I saw
There's
yours.
another guy named Anthony,
They
right?
saw
sent-
that-
I think they sent it to a YouTuber, right?
Oh,
and
it's
I
somebody
ended up
else.
getting-
get
It's for somebody
views.
else.
I ended up getting his package. Pretty crazy, right?
Wow.
Pretty insane.
Crazy.
That's
But,
so. Did you try and find out who this person was and give it to him?
Yes. and no.
Okay.
I kept it for myself. And so
Okay.
actually what I'll probably do here in a little bit, maybe I'll send Nick a little video of something about this chair. But I was like, screw that guy. I'm building this damn thing.
Why not?
Right?
We had so much fun building
I
ours.
built this damn thing. Honestly, the guy probably paid for it, right? And so I said, okay, cool.
You just
I put this thing together. It is amazing. A little bit different than what we have here.
Yeah.
Right? And so we built our Viper chairs here, but this one was different.
Ours is telescope, right? They spin.
Yeah,
So
this one
what's different?
No,
about
this one does not spin.
Oh.
Static,
Oh,
right?
okay.
So when we talk about cars and we talk about cars with suspension and and airbags, this is static.
Cut springs.
Is it living that low life?
Yeah.
It is, and it is fantastic, right? Built it. It's got red arms on it, right?
Ooh.
Black chair, black
Nice.
base on it.
Nice.
Actually, kind of matches my Honda, which
Whoa.
is kind of crazy.
Weird.
My lawnmower and my car.
Whoa.
Couldn't believe it.
Classy.
Very nice.
stylish.
Yeah.
My wife came out and she sat on it and she says, "Oh wow."
Well, and she's
She's like, "Wow, this is amazing."
That's like kind of the mark of what you want when your wife can sit on something and go, "Oh,
Yeah,
this
I
is
know.
nice."
I know. That's what I'm saying, man. So pretty crazy. So we got to spin around on that for a little bit, and then I didn't know what to do with myself. The rest of Saturday was a lot of just walking around. You just putting things in places.
Right? Yeah, you gotta sort.
Just walk, move
Dude,
this.
it was so hot
over here,
outside, 100-something
down.
degrees. I don't know who could have been out there, right?
Yeah.
Thank God I don't have a black vehicle, right?
Yeah.
Sitting out there in this heat,
That
I don't know
would
what I
suck.
would have done, right? So I've also been trying to figure out a good sunshade solution package for my vehicles.
I ordered a couple extra sunshades for the
Did you?
Suburban.
Oh, okay.
So I bought the old school suction cup style.
Yeah.
Got a couple long ones to go in the big long side windows.
Yeah.
Just to add a little more darkness in the back cargo area.
Yeah.
So I bought some of those, and I bought the smaller ones so I could stick them in the back doors.
Yeah.
On each one, just to kind of limit, because the Suburban's gonna be parked for a while, and so I wanted to try and darken as much of the interior as possible. So, because I'm gonna be doing some repairs on it and stuff, so I need to make sure that it's just staying not too hot. Because Augie likes to use it as a hiding spot, and that freaks me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like passed out in the back. What are you doing back here? I won. I won. Yeah, you won. You fell asleep in the hot car. No, so then, honestly, Saturday was just, it was so hot. It was just, I didn't want to do
So did you
anything.
find anything for shades for the vehicles?
So I just went down to my local O'Reilly, and I now have a blackout shade, right?
Okay.
It's like by blackout, I mean one side is shiny, one side is black.
Right. I've got one of those. I don't know if it works.
I don't think it works either. It says it reduces heat by 45 degrees.
I don't think that works.
But when it's 100 degrees out, that car should be 60 degrees, right?
No, it
According
doesn't.
to 45 degrees.
No, it's still 100.
Yeah, it's still 100. So I don't
Yeah,
know if
that's
it
not
actually
how that works.
at
It
all.
cools
Yeah.
at 45 degrees from what it would be otherwise in the cabin.
Instead
So,
of
like, if it's
400
106 degrees
it's
outside, it could
360.
be 150 or 130 in your car,
Okay.
and then you drop that by 40
Dane, is
degrees.
that even true?
I think that sounds right. I agree with Dane. I think that sounds right.
Whatever.
So anyway,
man.
you got yourself a blackout. Nice.
Did that Sunday morning though. I woke up really because I wanted to go out and I wanted to get out on the scrambler. Right, I haven't been riding my bikes, guys. I mean, it's been so hot out that that's like the last thing I want to do. I don't want to get out on my motorcycle. But I knew I got to ride these things, and so I suited up, got ready, went out first thing in the morning on the scrambler, and went out. Hit Bogus Basin on it. First time going at Bogus on it.
Ooh,
and
nice. How was
on
that?
knobby tires, right? Which, guys, Bogus
Exciting.
Basin is an extremely...
That's a mountain road.
It's
It's
extremely
a curvy
it's an
mountain road
extreme
up to
curvy
a-
mountain road. Well,
Let's just say Eric Joseph, when he comes, that's his number one thing he has to do.
Yes.
Is drive to the top
do
of Bogus.
a toge
every
run
time he
up
comes.
the mountain road to the
but
ski
guys,
resort
it's a
back.
pretty intricate road. I mean, Bogus is a pretty intricate road. I wouldn't say that new
And it's full of
drivers
trolls.
and
How
one
do
of
you
my
deal with
favorites.
those?
How do you got to stop to
Oh.
let the trolls out?
If
How do
you've
you
ever
do you
seen
let them
our,
off your bike?
Yep, you got to let them off your bike, right?
If you've seen
That
our
would
V8
work.
Bros video where it's like the Jag and the Suburban and the Ram, that's us going down.
Yeah,
Bogus.
if you guys go back and watch our morning
Yeah.
commute, that's us on.
So our mini Tail of the Dragon is what it is.
Yeah.
Miniature Tail of the Dragon.
I might have changed the
Much
title
less
to V8
beautiful
Bros
as
to
well.
see if it got more people.
More desert.
Yeah.
So I took it at Bogus, ripped around for quite some time, and then I went around through East Boise, drove by Levi's house, kind of went back up through Bogus, went through Hidden Springs. I did a
Wait,
huge
you didn't
loop.
say hi?
He drove by my house. He
drove by his
goes, "Your
house.
garage was down." I go, "My garage is air conditioned. I'm not leaving it open to air condition in the
Yeah.
neighborhood."
I mean, it makes sense.
So I just didn't really know. So but I was riding for hours, man, 4 hours. So just nonstop riding, which was a true testament to that bike because it was 100 degrees out. Bike is air oil cooled.
Yeah.
And temps wise, I got looking at the temp gauge on there.
Yeah.
Max is out at 289. I got to 285, right? Then the more I stop, kind of calm down and don't ride as hard, it starts going back down. It sits around 250, 240. But I will say, having that much heat coming up.
Oh, I imagine.
underneath
I
not
bet
fun.
that just
coming
fell.
underneath your undercarriage
Yeah.
when you're wearing
I know
black.
that. I know exactly that feeling.
You're
I deal
just
with
a
that
big
every
old
day.
sweat sack.
It's rough, man.
Yeah. Did
It's
you
rough.
get the Gold Bond out when you got home?
I should have put the Gold Bond on before going out, honestly. But anyway,
Stand over sprinkler.
it was rough. It was rough. So I went out riding for a while, came back home. Katie's like, "Oh, perfect. You're ready. You're home, ready to
Yeah,
do
you got
some
your thing
errands
done.
or whatever
Now
it
it's
is."
my thing.
And I said, "Oh no, I'm dying of heat exhaustion." So guys, I don't know if you can see this, but there's you can't really see my tan line.
You can see
That
it
is a
totally.
clear tan
You
line.
can totally see it.
Just know it's even more dramatic in person.
Yeah.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. And so I got home, and that's where what I did. I went and helped one of my friends with some moving stuff, and then Dane actually came by, and me and him went out and got a beer.
Yeah.
Went down to our local place. Pretty cool. Nothing crazy.
Had a little drink.
Honestly, nothing out of the ordinary. I have like a
Chill.
tap house right next to
Yeah.
my house. It's
Right.
like
Yeah.
You'd never been.
yeah,
so.
I'd never been there. So we decided to go there. Met a couple nice people, there on the patio, and kind of hung out and talked for a little bit.
Yeah.
Came back home, and I mean, what else did I do? Mowed my lawn. What's left of it?
So it's
Just-
yellowy green.
Super depressing.
So
man.
I've been redoing sprinkler heads
Yeah.
because I'm trying to keep my grass from dying. Because so I have a short in my house somewhere.
Yeah.
Not a bad short. It's just it breaker trips constantly, but it's connected to my sprinklers also. So that breaker will trip, and I would forget, and I go reset it, but I didn't reset my sprinklers because it clears the memory.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was wondering, I had that problem. I had a couple patches start dying off, and I was like, why is this not going on?
Yeah.
And it was because of that. And so now I've got a couple patches that are just dead. They just, I don't know if they're going to come back, but I feel for you.
Yeah.
It's frustrating.
It's frustrating, man. It's
You
pretty-
work for it, and when it doesn't pay you back, it's like,
Pretty bad. And then other than that, though, guys, I mean, I'm still working on my project car. It's been here. Honestly,
they're
our-
all still here.
Our project
Yeah.
cars have been here. And
We've
honestly,
still got a lot of work to do.
like,
I'm not even going to put that one on the
yeah,
screen. Demo.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what you did.
Anthony, that's a burn line.
No, what Demo said is a burn
Yeah,
line.
That's good. Yeah, I don't know if we can put that up there. But anyway, dude, pretty chill weekend. Nothing too crazy. That was me. Dane, I'm sure you probably had an even less exciting weekend.
Well, it's funny because Forced Induction Drive here is saying, got here late. Notice a very busy weekend on Instagram. I'm going to go start the vid from the beginning.
You don't need to Forced Induction
It's funny
Drive.
because we've been kind of pretending that I didn't have a weekend right up until now.
Yeah, normally you change light bulbs, you go to Express
I
Cafe.
do domestic things that are very low key.
Shop for Scandinavian furniture.
I'm not a very ostentatious guy.
Right, yeah.
I'm not super extroverted.
Right. Watch some
Except,
TV.
You know, it's just
Yeah.
what we do here. This is the most like extroverted I get is when I'm interacting with you guys and talking with the guys here on live stream to whoever happens to be watching. But yeah, this weekend was interesting.
Well, Dane, what made it? Sorry, I'm sending a video to Nick right now, but I'm listening.
Well, I can kind of start it by saying a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Back, I want to say it was like during our pre-4th of July Q&A. Mm-hmm. I was wearing like a hat.
Correct.
And a
Yeah,
shirt.
you were-
and I'm actually wearing the branded
You were
pants here
dolled up.
right now. Right now, I've got
as I like
a
to call
variety
it,
on.
So can
G'd
you show
up
us
from
those
the
I am
feet
shorts?
wearing
up.
I'm wearing the shorts at least. So
Okay.
I got that.
What's
so
it
you
says?
can
It says ULTD.
It stands for unlimited.
Okay.
Unlimited,
But
okay.
Dane, that day you were wearing the shorts. You had on the socks. You had on
Right.
the underwear. You
Well,
had the shirt
I don't
and
know
the
how
hat.
anyone would know
Sunglasses.
that.
You had and the sunglasses. You had
Oh, wow.
ULTD everything, and all of us. I was a little surprised because he had even spray painted it.
It's
into
weird.
his
I actually
beard.
like shaved it into
Yeah,
my
and I saw
neckline.
that, and I thought
Yeah.
that's strange. And I noticed some other listeners commented. They said, "What's ULTD stand for?" So we walk us through that. You bought some clothes.
So on the Q&A, it was kind of funny when
Did you get
when
those at Penny's or Sears?
So I'll get into that.
Okay.
But it was funny because on the Q&A, I got a question from, I believe it was David Cervantes, was the first to break the ice there. And he just asked us like, hey, Dane, what's that? What's ULTD?
Right, because normally this is a rag company podcast or
Right,
supporting
but-
companies that support us.
In fairness, during most of our shows, I'll wear branded stuff all the time, whether it's our branding,
Correct.
whether it's like, okay, this one I believe is
Yeah.
detailed image.
But you were wearing the
got Chicago
underwear
Auto
and
Pros
the
in my hat.
socks. That was what was so surprising for a
and
lot of people.
I've got some other stuff. I think it was the hat was like a
Okay.
big billboard. That was the part that threw it. So I had that hat that said ULTD, and of course it's like screaming it out at people.
Yeah.
So they ask, and normally people don't ask because I
Correct.
wear other
Well,
like,
it's usually
companies'
it's because you were
stuff.
wearing a matching hat, matching shirt.
and it coordinates.
That's why. Stopped them right there.
That kind of threw it up there. Yeah, thanks, Aussie Bear. ULTD banana.
Yep,
hammock.
the banana
Great.
hammock. Yep.
Wonderful.
Picked yours up
yeah.
today.
So basically, how this whole thing started was I just overheard a conversation where it was like, "Oh, hey, did you see this new giveaway happening?" I was like,
It's a local giveaway.
"No, it's a
It was
local. It's like
company.
Idaho company, and it's their first giveaway."
Right.
And I'm like, "First giveaway." I bet there's not a lot of people in there because they probably haven't promoted it a lot.
Because, like, let's say Diesel Brothers, probably millions of entries.
Yeah, like when you enter into those, like I've entered Omaze stuff, I've entered Tudor Cult stuff, lots of different companies.
You've entered
that
probably
do
quite a few
giveaways.
giveaways.
Yeah, I've entered into them,
Okay.
and you don't expect to win anything. I mean, at the same time, you're like, boy, it sure would be cool, but you like. Realistically,
Yeah.
you're kind of like, okay, at least I got a shirt out of it, or a
Yeah,
lanyard,
right, exactly.
license plate frame, whatever. And in this case, I was like, okay, local company. I went to go check the Facebook and their Instagram, and I saw on Facebook, this is what blew my mind. On Facebook, they had a video where they're literally like, take their phone, and they go and point it up at their screen, and they're like, this is how many people have entered right now. It's like 350 people. You know what kind of odds those are. That's
Yeah,
insane.
pretty good odds.
So I'm just looking at that going, holy crap, are you kidding me? And the giveaway prize was like this ginormous truck, like just kitted out, the Ford F-350 Super Duty Dually, a whole 9 yards. The thing is crazy. Long bed, crew cab, yeah.
It's a monster truck.
But it's the polar opposite of something I've normally
Right,
get.
yeah. You like sport tracks.
Yes, yeah, very much. Those little
He likes
cozy
sport tracks. He likes the odd vehicles out
Yeah.
there.
oddball
Yeah.
vehicles
Yeah.
and sports cars, low stuff, cool stuff. But at the same time, like big truck life, yeah, I've always been curious about it. But at the same time, like I'll admit, I have my assumptions I make about people who buy
Yeah.
big trucks. Sometimes I kind of like really.
Yeah. You've been curious, though, is the big,
Yes,
big word.
I was big truck curious.
Okay.
So yeah, very interesting. But
we all are sometimes big
yeah,
truck curious.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm
Not
not
to
going to
be
discriminate.
confused
I'm
with
a very
Bitcoin.
understanding person. I like to think, but I just saw this thing. I was like, that does look kind of cool, and it was a black vehicle that they blacked out like everything on it, and they put bronze wheels, which I'm a sucker for. So
Yeah.
black vehicle with bronze wheels, I like that as evidence. If you look back at my Instagram, you've seen it. But yeah, so I saw this and I was like, that's pretty cool. And it's a small turnout
Looked
right
like
now.
the odds were good in your favor.
Odds
So,
are strong, stronger than I'll probably ever see in any other giveaway ever.
Yeah.
So I did something a little crazy because I didn't have like any like I don't know these people. I don't know the merch. I don't know if it's any good. I laid down $300
Oh my
on
God.
shirts,
Wow.
but
$30 a shirt, so you bought 10 shirts.
10 shirts,
yeah, they're not cheap. At the same
Possibly
time, these
9 with
giveaway
some
companies,
tax.
yeah. And the way these giveaway companies work is like, there's always the old postcard thing people talk about, like, well, you get an entry if you send in a postcard, and they make you like jump through some hoops. You fill out like a specific phrase or something. That's an entry. That's how they're able to do the whole no purchase necessary thing, the whole deal. But if you buy the shirts, the way they kind of make up for that is like, oh, they do like 5 times entries, So
Yeah,
like
or $5
each one of those
every
entries is now worth
$5
5 times more
spent, or-
than it otherwise
Yeah.
would be. So that $30 is actually worth 5 times more than that. So I was like, oh, okay. But that's kind of how they encourage people, buy
Yeah.
the merch, do that. And so I ordered those shirts, and I got them very quickly because this
Next
company
day.
is in Idaho. It was like delivered next day. I was like, holy crap. And when I opened it up, I saw the shirts, and the first thing I noticed was the brand they use for their shirts is the same as what we use for our rag company merch. So
Yeah.
Next level. And
next level.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait a second, these are nice. Like you expect, especially a first time giveaway company, you expect stuff to be kind of
Gildens, they kind of go
Gildan,
cheap on the
cheap,
clothes.
just-
Kind of go
Fruit
cheap
of
on
the
it.
you know, just like
Something
slap a logo on it and send it out the door. And that impressed me genuinely. I was like, okay, these guys are actually seem serious about a higher quality thing. That's interesting. So you're not getting a total ripoff, for your shirt price. It's going to be a little more expensive because of the giveaway, but you understand. And so I get those and I look and I'm like, that's amazing. But then I pull up my receipt from the bottom of the box and there's this lovely handwritten. Here comes Levi.
Well, sorry guys, had to go to the bathroom since we had to restart everything.
Well, I don't know if it's actually running again yet.
Well, hopefully it'll.
They
I love the
indicated
blue
it might
screen,
be.
though. Oh,
We're back
we made
live
it
again?
back.
Okay,
All
so we're
right.
here. I would
right,
just
so-
ignore that screen because down here it looks like we're in color, but up there it looks like we're blue.
That's cool. So, back to the story. Sorry about that, guys. We don't know what happened. Technical difficulties.
The computer demanded a
But
reset.
here we go. So, boom.
So
Dane, back to the story.
I asked the
Handwritten
fine
notes.
folks in the comments the last thing they heard me say, and they said handwritten notes. Lovely handwritten notes, which it's true. They were lovely handwritten notes. They came in the box of the shirt I ordered from this
Right, yeah.
unlimited company. I was like, that's really nice.
Yeah.
And then I found out that they were actually written by the mother of the guy who's running this giveaway
owns the company.
And it's pretty cool. Apparently he's got some other companies, so this is just like another venture for him. He figured he'd get into the giveaway space. But it was like he's got his mom working there and she's doing the packing and shipping stuff. It just gave me kind of like a throwback vibe to like, I remember being in the garage doing personalized stuff like that for people.
Yeah.
And we've tried to carry that tradition on
Correct.
as
Yeah.
we've gone. But it was just a nice touch, and it made a difference, I think. It's just like, okay, these are people. It's not like some soulless thing. Like,
Yeah.
they're actually trying.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that. So shout out to them for like doing it right. And I mean, that was basically it. So I got the shirts and I was impressed with the quality.
Yeah.
And
You wore
from
them on the
there,
Q&A.
I wore them like immediately because that's what I do. Like I get something new, I'm
Dane,
like wear it
Dane
the
does.
very
So
next
just
day.
so everybody knows, Dane does. If someone walks in the building and hands you a free shirt, Dane is wearing that shirt the next day.
That's
Absolutely.
That's what he
shameless.
does. He is the one person that will show up the next day wearing that free shirt that he got.
So like anybody who's like, seems suspicious. He was wearing that. It's like, no, literally. Like I get something like that. You bet I'm wearing it.
Yeah.
Just matter of fact. But so knowing that, I wore it to work the next day, and I think Anthony, you received some stuff that you had bought from it, like pants or
You
something.
I
bought
also
some?
bought some stuff. I bought a T-shirt that I literally like. I love this T-shirt, and I love it so much that I want to start making my own T-shirts based off of that T-shirt.
Yeah.
And but it's really good. And so
Truly,
I bought
it
that,
was impressive,
And I
yeah.
got some shorts. I got the same shorts that Dane's actually wearing right now. And I was pretty pumped on those as well. But I mean, in terms of the brands that they were using, I mean, they were using Independent, they were using Next Level, they were using Richards and stuff. I mean, honestly, some just really good quality manufacturers of these clothing materials.
No, I was truly impressed, and Anthony saying that he liked the pants had me thinking like, should I get some shorts or
Yeah.
something? I was like, I've already
Well, Jimmy,
dropped
that
a
day,
chunk.
Jimmy and Anthony were both wearing the shorts because Jimmy also had bought a shirt.
Yeah, and even though I spent quite a bit on shirts, I was having a little FOMO.
Yeah.
So like I saw the shirts, and before anybody's like, geez, Dane, that's a lot of money to drop on that. I understand. The only reason I was comfortable like spending this much was because the money, frankly, didn't feel super real to me because I made it via Dogecoin. So it's kind of ridiculous, but I was like, okay, that's my returns from like a couple months worth of Dogecoin stuff. I was like, this is silly, but
Yeah,
I'm going to try this giveaway because when am I going to have better odds?
Right. And when are you
So,
going to have
like-
Dogecoin money?
So it's a calculated risk, and I'm just like, if I'm going to go out on a limb for anything, this is Dane jumping in Forza wildly. Like this is it. Just like
Yeah.
okay.
Gonna get it.
And so when I bought the shirts, it was a 5 times entry thing. But then 2 days before the contest, the giveaway, whatever ended, it was 10 times entries.
Correct.
And that's when it clicked in my head, you know what? I didn't even tell you guys until like the day after or something
Yeah.
like that. But I just went, you know what? Screw it. drop another $300,
10
buy
times
a
entry.
bunch of shorts
Yeah.
and 10 times entries. And I just went in and I'm like, well, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But otherwise, I got some shirts and pants, which I needed anyway. This wasn't like
Right.
totally frivolous. I'm like, I need some more stuff that fits me because, I'm a little bigger. So, yeah, some of my old stuff doesn't fit me so great. You probably noticed on the podcast once in a while. But anyway, I did that. And, I just kind of let it be. That was that. And, the next day, like, oh, by the way, and you guys laughed. You laughed so
We
hard.
laughed.
You're just like,
We
oh
were
my
making fun
God,
of
really?
him. We were
Well,
like,
I think it was funny just because the fact that like we knew you were playing the odds, and we knew you wanted to win.
yeah.
We knew that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as your friends, as your brothers, it is our
$600
duty-
on clothes is
it
kinda
our
dumb.
duty to kind
Kinda
of make
dumb.
fun of you, give you bust your balls a little bit.
Yeah, totally.
That
Fair.
was a lot of money to spend on clothes.
I would do the same thing. If it was
Yeah.
one of you guys, I'd be like, really?
Yeah.
But looking at those odds,
Agreed.
I kind of felt like, you know what? If it's not this, it's not going to be anything else ever. So, let's just go for it.
Yeah.
And especially because it was Dogecoin, but it's like, it's not even real. It's real money. Yes, I understand that. But anyway, did that. And then we had like Brett
Yeah,
come
our
in.
friend Wheels 68.
Was that on Friday?
Or 86.
Yeah.
He came in the shop. So Brett, for those who aren't familiar,
He's
Brett
in the chat.
is
He's
probably in the chat right now.
And he's also
At least he
our
was earlier.
Q3
He did
ambassador.
ask, yeah, he's
And-
a Q3 ambassador, and here he
Yes.
also asked if he could have some of that luck back. It's
Yeah,
not on that
so
page,
that's
but
probably a few pages back
Yeah.
here. But point is, Brett is a very, very
He's won
lucky
2
individual
cars
who
already.
enters a lot of giveaways. He has won 2 vehicles.
Right.
Like
Insane.
insanity. He's won 2 cars from giveaways, and it's just madness. Like you find that extremely hard to believe that
Yeah.
you could win once, let alone twice, but that guy has done it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
legitimately so, because that's always the part like people are like, really? But in this case, he came into the store and he
Right.
told me he dropped over $1,000
yeah.
Roughly
on this
But
giveaway.
remember, he's got a wife. He's got
Yeah,
a
so he was
child.
buying it like spread out,
Yeah,
lots of
spread it
smaller
out.
orders,
Yeah.
but they add up.
Yeah.
And he spent more than I did, and I have to imagine he must have been one of the highest spenders in that contest, probably. But it was just interesting, and I felt really discouraged after
Yeah.
talking to him the other day. He's really nice to us, but at the same time, like when I heard him say that, I was just like, oh, well, there goes my chances. Because, as you remember, during the Q&A, when you guys were asking me
Yeah,
about it, and
you
I was like
started to get
being
a little-
coy and just
yeah.
like, it's just a thing with some letters on a, not really
Yeah, you didn't
important.
want anybody to know.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like,
You don't wanna
I
hurt
blow my
chances.
guys. I'm like,
Don't enter this giveaway.
don't
I need to
enter
win.
it. Don't enter it. And then Yoshi and all these guys are popping up in the comments like, hey, who wants to win an F-350? And,
Yeah,
it
G.
starts
Davis
happening.
spent over $3,000 on this
So,
competition.
if you heard
too,
the audio
on
version-
Thursday, and he didn't win.
If you heard the audio version of that podcast,
Thursday
you
was
wouldn't have
over.
seen, because I basically just ignored a whole wave of comments
Mm-hmm.
that were rolling in near the end. We were like, well, we got this better end early, and there's no more comments, none
Yeah.
whatsoever. There was like 10 comments of people like, who wants to win a truck? But yeah, so that was the fun of a couple weeks ago in the Q&A. So yeah, well, as you might have figured out, I won that truck.
Dane won that truck, and it is sitting in the parking lot right now.
In
So,
Insanity.
so
You
they
went-
they sent you an email.
No,
So-
Or how'd they- how'd you
I'll
find
explain
out?
this part.
So,
Okay.
Anthony, explain the exact scenario about how I found out. Because what I want to stress is people, especially like small up and coming companies, people will assume like, oh, everything's a scam. Oh, everything's a setup, whatever, rip off, whatever. I understand the like propensity to be skeptical about this kind of stuff. But these guys, to their credit, they spent the money and did it legit. They went through a clearinghouse, like not an auction house, a clearinghouse that was like based in New York, and it was like
Yeah.
a whole official thing, and it's totally separate from them. They don't pick the winner.
No,
this is all happening.
The clearinghouse notified you.
Correct. Yeah. So Anthony, you can set the scene
Yeah.
for
So
how that went.
It's very simple. So
We walked out of the
basically,
Q&A.
We walked out of the Q&A, right? It was Thursday. Keep in mind, we've been talking about this damn truck giveaway like the
Yeah.
entire week because it's just been a topic around the office, right?
Yeah.
We've been making fun of Dane for spending $600, right? Jimmy spent some money. I spent some money.
Morgan's
Like,
ex-boyfriend Brandon is doing the video for him.
Yeah,
so we were,
so it's just,
we're
it's just honestly, it's
kind of
just, it's in our circles.
Yeah.
This whole giveaway has just been
In
in
our-
our
in the
circles.
circle.
So we've been talking about it and joking about it for quite some time. So Thursday we get out of the podcast, and what we had been doing like almost all of Thursday, right? Because we knew that winner would be announced sometime soon. we've been saying, Dane, what are you going to do when you win this truck? Or I was like, Dane,
And I
you
kept
need to get,
yelling at him, no,
yeah,
don't
Dane,
jinx
you
it,
need to get a
don't
spotless
stop.
system for your new truck that you're going to win, right? And Dane's like, stop jinxing
Stop
it
saying
because
that.
you're talking about it's not going to happen.
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Dane, we're willing this to happen.
Yeah.
We want this to happen.
Because I am kind of like, even though I present happily, I am kind of a pessimist sometimes.
Yeah.
So I just assume like, it's
so
whatever. It's
so
not
the
gonna-
thing was that we're all kind of giving him crap, and we're basically trying to will this, but also making fun of it at the same time because we love Dane. And so that was about 4:00 the other podcast. We're still talking about this. Dane, when you have that F-350, right? You'll be cruising down to wherever, talking about
Express
just,
Cafe,
Yeah, we're just making up scenarios.
Main Street Burgers.
And then it was towards the end of the day, like roughly.
Yeah, it was
getting
like
close.
4:45.
Yeah, we're getting ready to leave for the day, 4:45-ish, and we are all kind of we're out in the main area, and we all kind of go back to our seats there. I sit down at my desk and kind of catch up on a couple emails. Dane goes and sits down at his desk, and I'm sitting there.
It was like 20 or 30 minutes before I even got to this point. Like there was a gap.
Yeah, there's a gap, and then I just hear Dane go. This is what I hear. Email.
Wow,
It's true because I heard that
Exactly.
too.
Listen, and he goes
Because that's what I
he
do. I
goes,
like talk to myself, but very quietly.
And he goes, giveaway. And I start hearing this, and I hear him say giveaway, and I say, Dane, what the F are you saying over
Because
there,
I basically
right?
like muttered to myself
And-
something the equivalent of like, oh, I got an email from Unlimited.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Unlimited. It was on behalf of Unlimited through
Something
this
else.
clearinghouse.
So he was making these weird sounds, and I said, "Dane, what are you reading over there?" And he's just like, "Oh, I got an email from this giveaway. I don't know if it's spam. I don't know what this is all about, right?" And I said, "Wait," I said, "Hold on, Dane, you got an email?" And he says, "Well, yeah, I'm just trying. Anthony, I haven't read it yet. I'm trying to read it right now, right?"
Because it was dense. Like
and
it had a
then-
lot of like.
A lot of legalese.
And he goes, "Well, I don't know. They're asking for like a tax form. This is not, I don't know what this is all about."
It's like
And I said-
eligibility and then all this
And
other
I
stuff.
look at my email and I said, Dane, I didn't get that email.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And he goes, huh? Really? And then he looks down at his phone and he goes, missed call. What's this? Oh, number.
Phone number matches what's in the email.
Yeah. And I
And it's
said,
a voicemail.
I'm looking
Same
and I
name as
say-
the lady in the email.
I say, Dane, you just won that freaking truck.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, no.
'Cause I-
Yeah,
What
and then
I
I go to,
honestly
I
thought-
run over and I look at the email and it says, "You are one of the potential winners.
And so
fill
when I
out
read
this
that-
paperwork and get it back to us ASAP."
You guys know I'm incredibly literal. When somebody states something to me, I take it as material fact that those
Right.
words you chose specifically denote
That's what it means.
a particular meaning. And when I read that, I took that as, oh, you're probably like in a top 5,
You're right,
10
right.
scenario. You're not the winner. You're just maybe in this pool who we're then going to select from those guys. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay, that's pretty cool. That's kind of cool. Like, I'd be super excited in a big contest, but in this one, I'm like, that makes sense. I
Yeah.
spent a decent chunk. Like, I'm sure I'm in the running, but I'm not going to win.
And we kept saying, Anthony and I are like, "No, you won. You're the one that you have to do this. If you don't answer it, they'll move on to the next
Yes,
person.
like
So you
this-
need to jump
this
on
is
that."
it, right? So I'm freaking out, dude. Basically,
You're, like,
the whole,
jumping
the whole
up and
office
down.
is screaming
Oh, yeah,
and
we're all
yelling.
yelling, we're all chanting,
And really,
"Dane,
it was
Dane,
actually
Dane,
just
Dane,
me
Dane,
screaming
Dane."
and yelling
Yeah.
because I'm like, I can't believe this. This is nuts, right? So that's when we're like, okay, Dane, fill out your paperwork, and then what happened after that?
Well, the phone call, you check the voicemail.
Check the voicemail.
I
and
checked the voicemail, and it was the lady basically confirming what was said in the email. And I just saw, like,
but also saying, "You are the winner." That was
it's
the
like to
difference.
confirm that you're the winner. I was blown away. It's the guy from Unlimited, the kid Dane used to pull.
Bionicle. I love that.
Thank
Bionicle
you,
77.
Brian Kell. Yeah, so what happened from there was I stayed, as I do, kind of late. You guys all left, but you were very excited for me, and I appreciate that. But I was kind of in my normal, like, okay, clearing up the shop kind of mode. I'm usually the one who shuts everything down here. And my mom, on her way out, always checks in to be like, are you still in the building? I don't want to turn on the alarm if you're
Right.
in the building. And I'm usually the one who has to run it because they leave before me. And then she called me, and I basically kind of buried the lead. I was talking to her about some other stuff for a little bit, and then at the very end, I'm like, oh, and apparently I won this thing. And like they didn't even know I bought these clothes or did this
they didn't even know this was going on.
Honestly, how much of a dope do you think I'd feel like going to my parents and go, yeah, I just dropped $600 on clothes. Seemed like a good idea.
Yeah.
Like, really, that's just not something you would do. So I basically let her know, because at this point I'm like, okay,
Gotta tell him, let him know.
Pretty solid. I'll let her know, and I told her about the email, and then her immediate response is, because I love her to death, but she is always cautious about it. She goes, they're asking for like your social security number and tax info. Are you sure this isn't a scam, honey? This could be a scam. I'm like, no, like the timing, they said they would notify the winner on this day, and it is that day, and it makes sense. Everything times out, because this email was from like 3 p.m. back when we were in the
And you entered this competition. This
and I did actually enter this.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, even still, people can get personal information. You just got to be careful. Can I look into some things and just make sure that this is legit? And I'm just like, okay, Mom. So she went in and checked and like made sure that the clearinghouse like checked out was a real place and the person who contacted me was a real person, and just verified that. And she was looking up and she's like, you know what? See, because I forwarded her the email just to look at it and check it. And she did her verification, even though I was already fairly sure
we printed out the forms and everything for you.
When they're asking for like a W-9, you got to fill out your full name and your address and your social security. Like, you got to be careful with that stuff when somebody just sends you a random invite to that. But in this case, it made sense. So did that, and she kind of signed. I was like, okay, wow. It kind of turned into that. The next day, got my papers sent in immediately to the folks who contacted me over at that clearinghouse. And then within like 24 hours, I got a confirmation that we were locked in, and I was confirmed, yes, you are the winner. And that's when they're able to like legally officially say, because I showed that I was eligible, I'm over 18, I have a driver's license, all this other stuff.
Yeah.
So still didn't feel real at that point though, I'll have you know. It just felt wild, like I couldn't believe it. But this was all on Thursday night leading into Friday. And then on Friday, I was notified that the Unlimited company was going to contact me at some point during the day. And from that point, I was just kind of like working, but also kind of looking over, wondering when the phone call was going to come in, because I've seen how this works for other winners at other companies, but I had no idea how they were going to do it.
Yeah.
When you see it like where they do like a FaceTime call or something with a winner, and they announce, and the person's like all surprised. But the way this stuff works, like, I'm not a great actor by any means. People can read through like when I'm responding to something if it's genuine or not, but I am an authentic person. It's just hard when you've been notified ahead of time and then you're like, oh, and act surprised on the phone call because you're being notified for the first time as far as other people are concerned. But you've already been notified by this clearinghouse, so you kind of already get what's going on. And some people show up better than others, and that's just a fact. So anybody who looks at that and is like, oh, seemed kind of sus that you were, didn't look as surprised as you should have been. Really? That's your first time finding out? It's like, no, guys, for legal purpose, I had to be contacted ahead of time about this. That's how the sausage is made. But it's every bit as legit as you could hope for. Like, it was 100% above board. So it was just shocking and nerve-wracking, and my heart was pounding, and the whole thing was intense. I get on the call, I talk to them, and they just asked me, oh, by the way, do you have any plans tomorrow? Tomorrow being Saturday. Yeah. And they're like, because we want to present you the truck tomorrow. I'm like, whoa, because everybody's like, that's really fast. Yeah. But yeah, it's the truck, and it's at 208 Truck Invasion up in Emmett, Anthony's favorite town.
My favorite town. I love Emmett so much.
At the what was once going to be an awesome raceway, but is now just kind of like a cool place for music. Okay,
all right.
So
sorry, cool place for music. Yeah,
yes.
Nice little Edison bulb.
Thank you for that placeholder. So yeah, I guess
thank you guys for sticking with us.
Yes, we really appreciate it. The computer clearly doesn't want me to reveal how this all works.
All right, but so you're at the 208 truck.
So I get to the 208 Truck Invasion, as they call it, and like that's not a show, honestly, I would normally be at. I'm more of a car guy than a truck guy, and yet here I am.
Go to it with my Ram 1500, obviously.
We should have done that. Could've
Honestly,
taken
I saw a lot of
Iraq
guys,
Suburban.
just like you guys out there, you would have fit right in.
Just like us. What's that supposed to mean, Dane?
What?
No, like your trucks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The people behind the wheel may have looked a little different, but
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I see. All right.
yeah.
I like that.
Anyway, got there and I found my way to the front. What was funny though was when I showed up, they hadn't mentioned that there's like a cash fee at the gate to get in.
You had to pay.
And anybody who knows me knows I hate carrying cash. Like I don't
Yeah.
carry cash.
Yeah.
So don't try and rob me. I don't have cash. But going through there, I was like, oh crap. So I had to turn around even though I was early to this thing. They asked me to go there at a certain time. And I got held up for a few minutes because I had to run back into Emmett, in downtown Emmett, to get to an ATM, get some cash. Came back, paid the guy at the gate $5 to get in, and went and parked. And I had Liz with me. She was going to drive the Tacoma back, and then I was going to take this truck. And so we go in and meet him under that, that kind of like pole barn, that big pole barn, really long. All the cars are displayed under their trucks, rather. And a lot of cool trucks there, like really, really cool stuff. I was a fan of like all the Lightnings and Silverado SSs and stuff like that. But of course, then it's like this is also big macho lifted truck territory. So there's a lot of that going on too. A lot of Chevys you would have liked, and a lot of Rams you would have liked.
Nice. But
went over, and the Unlimited guys were there staged with not only the truck, but they also had another truck that was like an insane SEMA build on hydraulics that was like an F-250. Basically as big as this thing, but could lift even higher with hydraulics.
Jeez.
Pure insanity.
Yeah.
And then they had their special giveaway car for their second giveaway they were preparing, which I think at this point they've already teased it, so I can say what it is. It's a Mustang, but it's like really done up.
They clinched flares.
Yeah, it's got the clinched flares on it. It's got a wild wrap on it that's supposed to look like marble or something. And then they slap a supercharger on that bad boy and did some other stuff. Like, it sounds good. I can confirm that.
Very wide.
But yes, very wide, and it's on air from what I could see. He raised and lowered it a few times. It was parked next to this F-350 that I won. And so I get there, and I meet up with the guys, and I was so happy to meet them and actually find that these were nice people. Like
people.
You make assumptions when you see someone and you're like, oh no. Like frankly, you're like, oh, am I going to be dealing with somebody who's a jerk or a meathead or whatever, like kind of thing. No, they were really nice. And I want to say that, to anybody listening, like those guys are nice people. And his mom was extra nice. I gave her a hug and said, thank you for the notes. And my dad and brother also showed up there to kind of record stuff going on because I knew I was going to have to be like mentally on.
Yeah.
Because I realized when I go there, this stuff isn't as simple as just going and picking up the truck and leaving. You go there, there's an expectation. You're a winner. You got to present to the camera. You got to talk and, riff a little bit. And so I did that with those guys. But at the same time, you'll see like, I always have this nervous energy when I'm on and I'm in an uncomfortable environment. And I'll do that laugh I do. Everybody knows that laugh I do. It's just a sign of discomfort. It's me filling in dead space when I don't know what to do. So when you hear me laugh, just know I'm suffering inside. But that was basically the message there was, I want to help these guys out. And I was really thinking, I was like, okay, I won, but I acknowledge I am in a marketing position as a person who understands this stuff. What would I want if I were them?
Correct.
And I was somebody like, I think of our Grand Ambassadors. That's the best, parallel I can find to this is how would I want our Grand Ambassadors to act in this situation?
Absolutely.
Because it's their first giveaway. You're the first winner. You don't want to be that jerk who's like, oh, thanks, and drive away in the truck and immediately sell it a day later and like pocket the cash and go away. Like, I get that's a temptation for a lot of people. Make no mistake, I understand it. But at the same time, like, oh, that truck's not for you. I get it. But for me, I didn't think that truck was going to be for me. But I will say, once behind the wheel, you get up in that thing. Shockingly, I got used to it pretty quick. I totally get the lifted truck thing. It was really surprising. And actually, we have some pictures and video from the event.
Let's see some
maybe
of
a
this.
video clip specifically. Of me driving away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so this thing is an absolute monster, and that's Liz and I just going to... Liz was terrified I was going to run over somebody, and the freight train horn in it. So
is that
that's
the other
fun.
truck over there on the other side?
Yeah, that's the other crazy hydraulics truck. And then that's the Mustang revving, I believe. But, I'm I'm paranoid about potentially running over somebody's feet with these dualies behind me. It's just
she got them hips.
and I get really close to that guy. But he was
yeah.
like standing there testing. So I was just watching. That's my brother there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that gives you a sense of, the scale of it. And of course, you see that big beefy ram there. But yeah, that's me signing the title. So the way this works for anybody, if you find yourself in a situation where you want to give away for a vehicle, as far as I understand, this is a legit way to do it. They give you the title to the truck, and it's the actual value written on the title, and you have everything there with the bill of sale. It's like buying the vehicle.
Right, you're doing
except
everything
in this
else,
case, you didn't buy it, but you still obviously need to pay taxes on it and do all that. So, so I've got the title there, and when I go to register it, pay a sales tax on it, just like I bought the truck.
Yeah.
And I should also mention, in addition to winning the vehicle, I also won $20,000 cash, which sounds exciting until you realize at the end of the year, 1099 shows up in your mail and you get to pay that nice tax bill like it's income.
Yeah.
So anybody who gets excited about that, just know usually when they offer cash, that's Liz and I with a happy Starlight
nice.
interior. I love that. It was really fun. But
That's the kind of picture you can frame, put in the house.
I know, it's kind of sweet, right?
Yeah.
But I brought it over to TRC where my mom was working because she didn't get a chance to go over and see it. So I brought it to her. She got to ride around in it, and we had a blast just driving around. And that's scale comparison between the Jag and it.
Jeez.
You can kind of tell. That's my giant hydro flask on the top of the tire there. And then that's a scale to like a Ford Escape by comparison I took last night. But yeah, just giving you a sense of
It's a big truck.
scale. It's massive. But
massive.
I'm finding the more I drive it, the more I acclimate, and it's shocking how fast you become comfortable in something like that.
So knowing you, Dane, you're like Anthony and I, new toy, can't leave well enough alone. What are some of the things you're looking
man.
at that you'd like to maybe personalize, change?
There's some temptation there. When I go to register it, I'm going to get a custom plate for it. It will not say Debt Booty because that's what that guy put on there. And I'm going to let Chris, his name, he can have that. That's all right.
Yeah.
I may put something on there. I don't know, like something.
So personalized plates.
The Raven or something. It could be kind of cool.
Ooh,
But no, something. We'll see. But other things, I feel like I need a tonneau cover on that. Not that it's going to help my mileage that much when you're that tall, but a little bit helps. Just covering. Maybe a camper shell on the back. Maybe. I have to think about this because I'm still in shock that it's even real.
Right,
Like it doesn't feel real.
Oh, it's insane.
Which
But
I
all
should.
all the features inside, all the electronic, everything's
so I
you're
will
happy
say,
with because they put a system
thanks
in there.
to the gifts of modern technology, the truck comes with a number of amenities built in, like a bird's eye view 360 camera.
Wow.
Which, with a vehicle that big, oh my God, that's a godsend right there. Without that, you'd be having a much harder time parking that in spaces. I'm able to precision reverse park that into spaces.
nice.
I otherwise wouldn't be able to because everybody knows I love to back into spaces and pillow
I know,
park
Dane,
and
we
do all
know.
that stuff. But that's just, that's just the way it goes. I like doing that, and years of doing that have finally prepared me for this moment of dealing with a vehicle
That's right,
on the
that's
regular
right.
that is comically huge.
It finally
So,
paid off.
yeah.
Yep.
So I am extremely grateful for forcing myself to do that early and often. But I will say on Sunday, I went over to
Got a new steering wheel cover.
no,
Big
the
cushy
steering
one.
wheel, I left
okay.
it alone. Don't worry, I left that alone. I did not put some big fluffy cover on it. But I took that over to Anthony's house because I knew he was just kind of bored and he was like heat fried.
Yeah.
He had been riding the motorcycle, and I was
Lobster.
like, I'm driving around anyway. Do you want me to just like stop by? Because he lives like just a couple minutes from me. So it was easy to stop by and pick him up. And I'm just like, all right, let's go around the block. You were curious. I'll show you around it. And of course, when he opens the garage door, his garage door opens. My hood is basically level with the top of his garage door. It's hilarious.
It's laughable. Like you open up the garage door
'Cause you're
and it's like
expecting one
walking
thing,
out,
and then
I'm
you're like, that's
what
more.
in the actual hell
Yeah.
is this? It's massive, dude. And of course my Civic's in the driveway next to it. I'm like, this is like I could drive under that truck.
Yeah.
I could Fast and Furious,
all day.
underneath that thing.
Yeah.
But anyways, crazy though. So, but no, Dane picked me up. We went for a drive, went for a cruise, went through the village. Got to break some necks, as I like to say.
It's hilarious the looks.
Air cooled seats, though. I mean, all the lights on the interior, the subsystem, the air horn. Obviously, you guys heard it on there.
Freight train horn.
Freight train. I mean, it's crazy. It's and leather interior. I mean, everything. So it's definitely
Honestly,
a
all
mid
that
to high
stuff-
level trim.
Yeah.
The thing I was most excited to find, because it was mentioned nowhere in it, this is like hate to say it's a mid-trim truck,
It's
but
a Lariat.
it's a Lariat. So it's like, it's not the Platinum or the Limited or whatever. It doesn't need to be. It's got the cooled seats. That's what I really wanted when I saw, oh my God, it has these. Tried them out. The coldest ventilated seats I have ever tried in my life.
my
man,
gosh.
sounds
It's like sitting in
delightful.
a kiddie pool,
Yeah.
which
So
may or may
Cameron,
not
right
be for
there,
everybody.
That's the reason Dane's not selling it.
So
Air conditioned
Cameron,
seats.
asking the question, if I won that truck, I would sell it, if I'm being honest. What made you decide to keep it rather than sell it? I know it's not a Q&A, but and then it continues on, but I can't see the rest. So to answer your question, initially, yes, I was of the mind that, okay, I will definitely sell this sooner than later, just because it's not necessarily me, at least, that's the way I thought of it. But at the same time, obviously I'm excited to win it. But then the more I thought about it, I always try and put myself in other people's shoes. And once again, back to the Grand Ambassador thing, I think, okay, if I was this giveaway company and somebody won it, I know there are plenty of people out there who are like, well, it's mine now. I can do whatever I want with it. And I understand that impulse. Like, it's fine. Individualistic, I get it. But at the same time, I want to respect people's ability to start that business and build it. So in a way, yeah, I'm being a good ambassador in that I am going to hold on to it. At least 5-6 months to a year minimum is what I feel is, good. And then from there, I'll try again. I'll think about it because I've already got Drake trying to buy it from me, which is hilarious. But I'm holding on to it for now, and I'm really enjoying it. It surprised me because it's not the kind of vehicle you would normally see me in, but I've also been told I kind of fit the bill.
Well, the
You're
thing
looking
is,
good. I think
some people,
honestly, it's you, Dane.
some people have to remember too, right? So, because a lot of people, because I saw a lot of comments in the threads, people are like, "Are you going to sell it? Are you going to sell it?" So Dane has his own house.
Yeah.
Dane has a Jag.
Yep.
Dane has the Tacoma, and Dane got this, right?
And the Elantra.
So while some people like for example, Jimmy was like, if I won this, I'd go and buy a house, right? I'd sell it and go
And
buy.
I would
go buy
totally
my first
support
house,
that.
right? And I think most people, but Dane's already got these things.
Yeah.
So really, it kind of comes down to just okay. So you have this, the Tacoma, right? Canonically,
It's a
The
lease.
Tacoma's a lease, and it's
It's
just
a
going
lease.
into its second year on a 2-year lease.
And-
I'm just going to do the buyout on it and then sell it outright.
And
to
that makes the
somebody.
most sense because you're going to have a truck, and then down the road, if you decide to sell it or keep it, whatever you decide to do, you already have a truck. And think about how many damn toilets he can haul in that freaking thing, right?
I can hold the whole
guys.
damn
You have to
yard
remember,
in that
this
thing.
guy went from the
From the sport
freaking
track.
sport track for the toilet sport track to
Remember,
an
guys, I had a
F350.
Miata just a couple years ago.
So that's where.
No,
I think
not
real-
Drake the rapper. Drake
No,
from
not
Lupo
that
Motors,
Drake.
our friend
No,
Drake.
Drake Beaudry. But
But Dane, think about that. Think of those days when you're driving that little Mazda with the hardwood cutting board for the charcuterie.
You know
Yeah.
what,
that you
though?
had?
I love that thing. All the same.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if your automotive journey
It's
over
a
the
weird
last
one.
as a
for
citizen,
sure.
18 months,
drastically
2 months, is quite possibly the greatest progression of a vehicle.
It's
because
alarming.
You
to say the
sold.
least.
You took forever. It took forever to sell the Volvo and the Miata when you
It
bought
did.
the Jag.
It did
Because the
yeah.
intention was
Yeah.
never to have all those cars at
Then
once.
it was like, okay, I got the Jag. I need something else. Let's buy that Ford Sport Track. Ooh, nice. Two grandpa.
because I
for
needed
Dane.
something to haul things around.
Two
in.
grandpa for Dane.
It was a
So
very
then
boring
Dane
vehicle
thought,
to
you know what?
drive.
I should get rid of this. Ooh, a Montero. Let me buy this
Which
Montero.
way more fun to drive than the Sport Track.
Well, that's because
But-
the suspension was kind of crazy and
Dane,
broken.
the tires were literally deflating as you looked at
I
them.
don't care. It was something about
It
it that
also
was
had
so fun. It
positive
was like a dune
camber
buggy.
as well as a bunch of bald tires.
And I love third gen
So-
Montero styling.
Crooked steering wheel, all that. Then, Dane, you traded it in to a dealership for that little tiny Mazda with the blown head gasket. Little Mazda B2200.
Which at the time I was told had been replaced, but we all know that
Drove that around for a little while till you were able to get rid of it and pick up a brand new Tacoma on a lease.
because I was taking
you were
after
happy.
Anthony, who'd done
Yeah.
his Forerunner, and I was like, that seems
It's
like
the
an
best deal in
unbeatable
the it's
deal.
the
Good
best
idea.
deal in the automotive industry right now is to lease
It's
a
stupid how
Forerunner
good it
or a
is.
Tacoma to get yourself started because you get positive equity right off the bat.
I was not on board with leasing
very
anything
true.
until the Tacoma came along, and I saw like the prices versus how much you're able to sell it for when you're done and all that. It's like, okay, I'll take a car payment for that. Like,
Yeah.
I'll take that hit.
So
And,
what's the
yeah.
so long term plan? You're gonna sell the Tacoma relatively soon, right? Maybe I'll buy it. I'll say, Dane, you know, cut me a deal. Cut me a deal for all the positive.
Just say, Dane, I'll buy it for what you're
It's
buying.
not. It's not exciting to drive,
Dane's like,
but it is
make some
extremely
money on this.
capable.
Hold on.
Dane's like, yeah. Honestly, Dane probably will make money on it. I can't afford that. But I
Kind
will
of a bummer
say,
though. I can't take this thing up 8th Street. I
Yeah.
can take the Tacoma, but now I'm not going to be able to go on any more 8th Street adventures.
Well, you can go up 8th Street. You just can't turn off of
can't.
8th
Right.
Street.
Well, I
Has to
can't
reverse
turn
back
I
down.
can't
Just
turn.
gotta
I just drive
But-
reverse down the whole thing again.
So you sell the Tacoma, right? And then at that point, you'll have this truck. And then down the road, what is your ideal like dream? So you'll have the Jag. It's not going anywhere, right?
That's a
Liz
long
will
term.
have her car that she currently has and she likes
She's comfortable
driving.
and enjoys driving.
So what would replace a Tacoma and possibly an F-350? I mean, if you had to choose.
Somewhere in the distant but not too distant future, I definitely feel like a new Bronco.
Yeah.
It's something I aspire to. I would love,
Absolutely.
love to get behind the wheel of a new Bronco, which I know is like, but Dane, you have this massive truck. But like, realistically, this is going to be fun, definitely for a while.
Yeah.
But there's just something like, I can't fight that feeling of like, I'm the giant D-bag in traffic, one person in this massive vehicle rolling through town, like looking up. Really, buddy? Really?
Yeah, they're actually not looking at you like that. They're going, "Oh, I wish I could be that guy." That's what they're saying.
There's some
Dane.
of that too.
Just think it that way.
But the voices in my head always tell me like people are judging
No,
you.
Dane, that's
Dane,
because you're
supposed
humble.
to enjoy it.
That's because
Dane,
you're
you're
humble and you're a
humble.
good
Yeah,
person.
you honestly, you need to enjoy it and just know that this opens up a lot of doors of opportunity. And so like you
does.
have options there.
Yeah.
But hell, dude, you could drive that damn truck for 100,000 miles, right?
could.
Literally sell it for almost a zero loss.
That's the
Exactly, yeah.
reason I'm
That's-
comfortable holding on to it for a while. Is I
you're
don't
not
see
gonna
it
ever lose
I
any
don't see
money
it
on it.
losing value for at least a couple years, and even then, it won't lose a lot.
Yeah.
No,
So-
trucks are climbing. I mean, that's
Diesels
a hot
in
commodity.
particular.
The fact that they chose to do a truck was great on their end because, I mean, the winner gets so much value. I mean, insane. It is insane.
Gee, Davis,
It's nuts.
Liz wants to know the new truck is worth in Winco money grants. Way more than
Way more. Anyway, so all right, Dane, it's
Yeah,
time to wrap it up.
that-
Nick,
that pretty much
we'll
sums
cover
it up.
more of the truck voyages
Yeah,
in
well,
upcoming.
We've now got a vehicle that we can do stuff with.
I feel like I already talked to my dad. He's literally in the process of buying a hitch so that we can tow his boat with my truck now because he's so excited. He's like, "Can I get those measurements on that hitch? That looked a little larger than the standard size. Oh, 3 inches? Okay,
It's a
cool.
class
How
5.
far off the
It's a
ground is that? I
class
need to
5.
know what kind of
Honestly,
drop to
the
give it."
flex
Okay, cool.
of that truck pulling a Mastercraft.
Yeah.
it's like, oh hey, that Lambo's pretty nice. Pull up the truck and boat, right? That pulls up.
It
Yeah,
might
that
be
Lambo?
the broiest
No.
thing. You,
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. It's awesome.
I
so
feel
good.
like it's
Because this is so
prerequisite.
just not this family
No,
or
no,
anything.
not at
It's
all.
great.
Not at all.
It's great.
It's an
Low
8-foot bed,
key.
Tom. It's a long bed.
It is
Yeah.
a long bed.
Yeah, it's a
but
crew cab
I feel
long
like
bed.
I feel
Dually.
like I need to buy pit vipers. I don't want to, but I feel like I
think
have
you
to.
should.
Dang, I
just
think
'cause.
we should all pitch
Feel
in
like
to
I
buy you
have
Pit
to.
Vipers
Yeah.
because we need to
might
get you
happen.
some. They're amazing.
It might happen.
Yeah, Dane can join the full-size overlanding
Hey,
group. There
that
you go.
sounds fun. It's big and open. I can handle it. It's just those tight, narrow trails.
Dane, you
Forget
got
about
there's
it.
probably a Super Duty group. There's
Ooh, I
probably
like
Anthony's in a Ram group. I'm in a 3/4-ton Suburban group.
It's called the
All right.
Ram Second Gen Enthusiast Group. It's just
And-
a bunch of rusted posts.
On that note, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And with you guys watching, I mean, I'm eternally grateful for the people who say nice things, but also just follow along in our
Yeah,
adventures.
thanks for being
It really,
our friends and hanging out
It means
with
a
us.
lot to me, and I appreciate all of you. So thank you so much to every single one of you who watch and leave your comments. I love it. But in the meantime, while I'm mentioning, I'm going to tear up here. If you guys could leave a 5-star review on iTunes or Apple Podcasts, I would really appreciate that. Just write a little something. Doesn't have to be a lot, but it just gets us in front of more people. It helps spread the show, and we keep this thing going. So yeah, that's it. I will look at Heatwave Visual right after we leave this. So guys, take care. We'll see you on Q&A Thursday.